Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a 45-minute balance ball class. So we're focusing on the core today, so lots and lots of ab work. There is quite a lot of work in plank. If that bothers your wrists, you can modify to do most of it on the forearms. I don't necessarily cue all of it on the forearms, but just know that you could modify pretty much all of it to be done on the forearms if you needed to. My ball is a 65 centimeter ball and I'm 165 centimeters tall or so. So basically when you sit on it, you want it to be so that your thighs are kind of parallel or a little bit up from the ground. You can definitely work with a smaller ball if you want to. Pick your challenge, I suppose. Yeah, if you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got feedback or comments, let me know in the comment section below. And we are going to get started today in a kneeling pose with the ball in front of us. Starting in a kneeling position, hands on the wall, take a nice deep inhale, gentle back bend. And then as you exhale, you're going to press the ball all the way away from you, hinging at the hips. Keep a nice neutral spine. From here, stay hinged at the hips. You're going to take an inhale, let the belly drop, gaze forward. And then as you exhale, start to round the spine, press the hands into the ball. So we're doing like a little cat-cow movement here. Inhale, tailbone up, chest drops. Exhale, press into the ball, round the spine. Two more like this. Inhale, cow belly breath. Exhale, into your cat. One more, inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale, come into your cow belly breath. As you exhale, press into the ball, start to round the spine, and then pull the ball all the way towards you as you stack the spine up into your kneeling position. Take an inhale here, back bend in the upper spine. And then as you exhale, start to round down, curl down the spine as you press the ball away. Keep rounding the spine. And then as you inhale, come into that cow belly breath. Exhale, press into the hands, engage the lats, start to pull the ball towards you, engage the abs as you roll yourself all the way up the spine. Inhale, little baby back bend. Exhale, press the ball away. Keep rounding, rounding, rounding through your spine until your chest is in line with your hips. And then extend the spine. Inhale, cow belly breath. One more here. Exhale, press into the hands, round the spine, engage the belly, stack all the way to standing on your knees. From here, you're going to place the forearms on the ball. We're coming into a forearm plank. We're going to start in a little bear first though. So tuck under the toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, press your forearms into the ball, hover the knees. Keep the knees bent. If you were on the floor, this would look like your bear pose, except you're on your forearms. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, set the knees down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, tap the knees. Exhale to lift. We're going to take 3 more like that. Set the knees down. Inhale, straighten the arms, baby back bend. Exhale, come back to neutral. Hello quads. Tuck under the toes again, take an inhale. As you exhale, come up into that hovering short plank. Take an inhale here. We're going to go for a march. As you exhale, ground down through the left foot, donkey kick with the right. Inhale back into your bear. Exhale, donkey kick left. Inhale into your bear. Exhale, donkey kick right. Inhale into your bear. Exhale, donkey kick left. Take 3 more on each side. Try and press down evenly through both forearms to stop the ball wiggling away from you. and try and keep your pelvis as even as you can. Knees stay low towards the ground, one more on each side. Set the knees down, inhale, straighten the arms, maybe baby back bend. Exhale, come back to neutral. Forearms come back on the ball. Take an inhale. As you exhale, come up into your bear. Step the right leg back on an inhale, left leg back on an exhale. You're in a forearm plank. This might be enough for you. You're trying to get your shoulders above your elbows like you would in a forearm plank. And depending on the size of your ball, you may have your whole forearm on the ball and your hands on the ball, or your wrists might be free, and that's fine. Same principles as the usual plank, energy out through the heels. Keep drawing up the lower belly, no bird backs in the lower spine. We're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. Listen carefully. Start to bend through the knees, press down into the elbows. You're going to draw the ball back towards you, so your hips are coming to your heels. You're going to plant down through the feet and then come into a forward fold. As you inhale, keep the legs straight, push the ball away from you like a halfway lift. Exhale. Start to round the spine, pull the ball in towards you, coming all the way up into standing. The knees can hold around the ball as you inhale, sweep the arms up. And then as you exhale, dive forward, fingers meet the ball, walk it all the way out. Inhale, press hands into the ball, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the ball in a little bit so that you can get your forearms to the ball. Going to be kind of on the front surface of the ball towards you. You're going to start to rock forward onto the toes, start to flatten out through the spine. We made our way back into plank. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, pike through the hips, the knees stay straight. Come back into that kind of half forward fold. Inhale, come into your forearm plank. Exhale, draw back with the hips, kind of like a dolphin pose with your forearms on the ball. Inhale, come forward into your forearm plank. Exhale, lead from the hips, take it back. We're going to do 2 more like this. From here, you're going to come forward into your forearm plank and we're going to hold. Once again, this might be enough for you. Otherwise, you're going to take an inhale. You're going to shift the elbows away from you so the ball will move forward. As you exhale, pull the elbows back in towards the ribs. Inhale, slide the forearms forward. Exhale, draw them back. So nothing else is moving. It's just a movement from the shoulder. The elbows come away from the body. The elbows come back to the body. 3 more. Inhale away. Exhale towards. 2 more. Hinge back at the hips. Plant the feet. Extend the arms. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time, keep the hands on the ball. Start to ripple forward through the spine, coming into your plank pose. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lead with the hips up onto the tippy toes. Send it back into a forward fold, arms along, fingers on the ball. Inhale here. As you exhale, raise up onto the tippy toes, round out through the spine like you would on the floor, coming from down dog to plank. Shift yourself all the way into your plank. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, come back up onto the tippy toes, lead with the hips. Come back into that forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, raise onto the tippy toes, round the spine, shift forward like a wave. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, take it all the way up and back. Inhale here. We're going to take 2 more spinal waves. forearms back down to the ball. Shift yourself back forward into your forearm plank. Just like we did in the bear, we're going to take a march, but we're going to keep the legs straight. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the right leg up behind you, just to the height of the hip. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, set it down. The knee and the toes face the floor the whole time. You're not externally rotating through your hip. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. We've got 5 more on each side. Press down through the forearms. Lead back with the hips coming to your forward fold. As you inhale, straighten the arms, flat back position. Exhale, fold forward. Raise onto the toes, ripple forward, keep the hands on the ball, coming to your plank pose. You can always readjust your feet if you need to. We're going to do little tap outs to the side. So take an inhale, tap the right toes off to the right side of the mat. Exhale, plank. Inhale, left toes. Exhale, plank. Inhale, right. Exhale, plank. Inhale, left. Exhale, plank. Keep going. We've got 7 more on each side. If this is bothering your wrists, you can always come back down onto your forearms. Come back through the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Ripple forward, come back into your plank pose. Forearms or hands, whatever's better for your body. So you have the option to either double time that tap out to the side, or you're going to do a plank jack. So both feet jump, both feet jump. Feet out, feet in, feet out, feet in. You can find a breath pattern that works for you. We're going to do 10 more. 10. 2, 1. Plank pose. Inhale. And then as you exhale, send those hips back, come into that forward fold. We're going to take a little break off the wrists. So roll yourself all the way to standing. Knees hold the ball as you inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Turn to face the long end of your mat. Your ball is going to be under either hand. I'm going to start with it underneath my right hand. So you're going to start on your fingertips. Take an inhale, the left toes off to the side. As you exhale, you're going to start to hinge like you're coming into a half moon pose. The trick here is the more you push into the ball, the more unstable you're going to be. So if you're like me and you're a little bit sadistic and you like to challenge yourself, you're going to press harder into that ball. If you want a little less, you'll come up onto the fingertips. Wherever you are, your top hand can be on your top hip, or you can reach it up to the sky. Keep pressing into that ball. As you inhale, you're going to tap the left toes down towards the ground. They probably won't touch. As you exhale, lift. Inhale, lower the leg. Exhale, lift. I want you to make sure that as if you were in like a side kneeling position or a side plank, both your hips are still facing the front of your space. See if you can push a little harder into that ball for the last 5. Slowly come all the way to standing. You're going to stay standing on your right leg. You're going to shift the ball in front of you, and you're going to put the sole of your left foot on the ball. Hands can be wherever's comfortable. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to press down into that ball as if you're trying to squish it into the ground. Inhale, slowly release. Exhale to stomp, feel your hamstrings engage. Inhale, release. 3 more. And then release that ball. You're going to take it over to the other side. So take the ball underneath your left hand or fingertips. Right toes out to the side. Inhale. As you exhale, shift yourself into that half moon position. Once again, take a moment to decide if you want to press down into that ball or if you just want to have your fingertips lightly resting. Right hand to hip or right hand to sky. As you inhale, right leg lowers. As you exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. We've got 8 more. Last 2. Stay standing on that left leg. Bring the ball in front of you. Oops, fall over. Plant it underneath your right foot. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, stomp on that ball as hard as you can. Inhale, release. Exhale, press down. Inhale, release. 3 more. You're pressing down so hard that you could almost step up and stand on that ball. If you can. Very impressed. I want to see. You've got 1 more. Slowly release. If you turn it on your mat, you're going to come back to the top of your mat. To the back of your mat. And you're going to roll yourself forward into your halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Come up onto the tippy toes, ripple forward. We're landing back in our plank pose. Option again to be on the forearms. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, keep it floating as you send it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it back. We've got 3 more. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, this time cross, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, float it back. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, float it back. 2 more. 3 more, sorry. Inhale it back. Exhale, set it down. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, float it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, float it back. 3 more. Inhale it back. Exhale, cross, left knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Cross, exhale. Inhale it back. 3 more. Inhale it back. Exhale, set it down. Send it all the way back into your forward fold. Come off the wrists. All right, from here, you're going to take that ball behind you. You're going to come down to a kneeling position. There's 2 ways that you could do this. You could either do this from a kneeling position and just put your feet up on the ball behind you, like so, coming into a plank with the feet or the shins on the ball. Or you can do it from a rolling position, so you can start at the back of your mat and then roll over the ball and walk yourself out. It doesn't really matter how you get there. You're going to establish a plank position with your feet or your shins on the ball. The more of your leg is supported on the ball, the easier this is going to be. So choose your poison. We're going to take some shoulder taps. So take an inhale. As you exhale, left hand, right shoulder. Inhale it down. Exhale, right hand, left shoulder. Inhale it down. Keep going. You're trying to keep the hip of the hand that is lifting facing down. It's going to want to rotate up towards the sky. Your job is to put equal pressure through your feet, maybe even a little bit more pressure through that lifted hand to try and keep that side of your pelvis in line with the other. All your other plank principles apply here. We're going to take 3 more on each side. From here, you can either come down to the floor or you can take like a little mini child's pose on your ball, just shins on the ball, hips back to the heels. Take an inhale, big open mouth, exhale. From here, you're going to come back out into your plank. This one's a little bit harder, so you might want your shins on the ball to start with. We're going to do commandos. So you're going to go right elbow, right hand, left hand. Left elbow, left hand, right hand. You're going to keep alternating like that. Once again, you're trying to keep the rest of your body as still as is possible for you. If that's going really well with your shins on the ball, you guessed it, you're going to take your feet so that your toes are out on the ball. Your toes are tucked under for stability. And do the same thing. I cannot talk while doing this. Just keep going. One more with each arm leaving. And then bring the ball back in towards you. Whew. We are not here to fuck spiders today. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Big open mouth. Exhale. Come back out into your plank position. This time, the less of your shins that are supported on the ball, the better. If you're out on your feet though, the tops of your feet are to the ball. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, as if you're coming into a pike position, keep the legs straight, hinge up at the hips. You're trying to get your hips over your shoulders, in theory. Inhale, slowly lower it back down. Exhale, engage your lats, engage your abs, come up into a pike. Inhale, send it back. We're going to do 3 more, nice and slow like this. Exhale it up. Inhale it back. Last 2. Inhale it back, and then walk yourself back to your shins. We're going to take a brief intermission up off the hands. So you're going to walk yourself back onto your ball. You might need a chair or a wall to give yourself some extra support. Otherwise, you're going to take your hands to your ball and then eventually make your way up to standing on your shins. So kind of like we did at the start, except now you're standing on the ball and it's way, way harder. And I nearly stacked it into the fan. That would have been funny. So, if you're having a time just establishing standing on your shins, if you're super sweaty, please get a towel. Don't fall off. So, option 1, you're just trying to stand on your shins. Option 2, you're floating your hands out in front of you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right arm sweeps the horizon, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left arm twists. Inhale to center. We're going to take 4 more to each side. There is no real handy hint that I can give you here for balance. It's just practice. One more each side. Don't go Gumby in the back. Make sure you're engaging your glutes. I only learned the other day who Gumby is. We don't have Gumby in Australia. At least we didn't when I was growing up. You're going to come back to center. As you inhale, you're going to sweep the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, you're going to sweep the arms as far back behind you as you can. Engage the triceps. Inhale, come up and overhead. Exhale, come back behind you. Like you're doing a handstand, maintain that rib to hip connection. Engage the glutes. 2 more. Beautiful. From here, start to sink the hips to the heels and take the hands back down to the floor. We're going to take our single leg pikes before we move into some 4-point sort of stuff. So walk yourself back out to your plank with the tops of the feet on the ball. Take an inhale. Option to stick with the double leg pike. Otherwise, exhale, come up into your pike. Press down through the right foot. See if you can float the left leg up. Maybe you can come into handstand. If so, go for it. Float the left leg down. Inhale back into your plank. Exhale, pike. Press down through the left foot. Float the right foot up. Maybe a handstand. And then come back down. Inhale into your plank. We're going to go 2 more on each side. Exhale to pike. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale it down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, pike. Inhale, right leg floats. Exhale, set it down. Inhale into your plank. 1 more at each side. And send yourself back into your little child's pose. Alright, we're going to go for a side plank. Again, there's 2 ways of entering this. You could, if you were feeling jazzy, and I don't know if I can do this, you could start in your plank, plant down through your right hand, pivot both feet to the left, and then transition into a side plank. Oh my god, I did it. Haha. So you could do that. I just proved that you could do it. Otherwise, you can come down to the floor. Option 1, you just have your left leg up on the ball and your right knee bent, and then you're working at slowly lifting the right leg and the right knee and the right foot. You can stay there. Otherwise, you can plant the left foot slightly towards the front of the ball, take the left hand down for support, and then hop that right foot up to meet the left. My best advice would be to stagger the feet, top leg in front, back leg behind. You can have a chair out in front of you. You can keep that left hand down the whole time. If you have a slight slant in your house, it's going to become very, very obvious now. And we're not going to do anything fancy here. We're just going to hold for a couple of breaths. We're going to change it to the other side. So once again, you could come through plank and go straight to the other side. Otherwise, you can come down and set yourself up with whatever variation you're working on the second side. I'm just noticing that one side might be way, way easier than the other. And that's totally normal. Take a couple more breaths. And if you're finding this hard, it's, as I have said many times before, it is hard because it is hard. It's not because you're not good at it. It's not because you're inadequate or insert negative self-talk here. This is because it's bloody hard. Slowly, you're going to make your way all the way down to the floor. So our last little bit that we're going to do here, it's kind of like a variation on a bird dog, and it's actually kind of harder than it looks like it should be. So if you're sweaty like me, grab your little sweat towel. You're going to have your forearms on the ball. Set yourself up like you would in a 4-point position. You're going to take an inhale, bend the right knee, the right heel to the glute. As you exhale, press down evenly through the forearms, donkey kick. Inhale, the right knee just taps the floor. Exhale, donkey kick. We're going for 8 more. Try and make sure that you haven't shifted way over to the left. Try and keep the left hip above the left knee. Keep that left hip and glute engaged. We've got 5 more. Even weight through the forearms. From here, you're going to keep your donkey kick. As you inhale, extend the knee. Exhale to bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Make sure the movement's coming from the hip and not from the lower back. So if you can't get your legs super high, then that's fine. 5 more. From here, you might not be able to see, but listen to what I'm saying. Take an inhale. As you exhale, fire hydrant. Right knee comes off to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, fire hydrant. Inhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. 5 more. Set the knees down, give that left leg a little bit of a shake. We're going to try, operative word being try, a full bird dog. So, start by sending your right toes behind you, get that right arm in the center of the ball and send the left arm out in front of you. This might be enough for you and this can be where you stay. Otherwise, you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to try and float those right toes off and lift the left hand. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to do 5 more. I'm not going to lie to you, this is working a lot better than I thought it was going to. I honestly thought that I was going to fall on my face, and I haven't. I'm well impressed. We're just going to do 2 more. And then slowly release. Give your arm a shake out. You're going to take it to the other side. So ball in the center of your body. Even weight through both hands. Bend the left knee, heel to glute. Take an inhale. As you exhale, donkey kick. Inhale it back. Exhale, donkey kick. Inhale, tap. We've got 8 more. If you keep rolling to one side, you're probably shifting your weight a lot to that side. You want to try and keep your weight as even as possible. This side is a lot harder for me. And you might find that you have one side in your body that it just seems impossible. It's okay, just work at it. One more. Hold it up there. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bend. 8 more. Inhale it to center. Exhale, fire hydrant. Inhale, center. Exhale, fire hydrant. Inhale, center. Take 8 more. Set it down. From here, we're going to go for those bird dogs. So take that left arm to the center of the ball, left leg back behind you, right arm floats. Take an inhale. As you exhale, see if you can float those left toes off. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale to float. Inhale, bring it down. We're going to do 6 more. Slowly release it down. Release yourself off that ball. Bring the ball to the top of your mat. And then you're going to put your feet onto the side of the ball. Take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, slowly start to roll yourself down. As slow as you can. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Wow, that's a really hard sentence to say. You're going to put your feet, you're going to keep your feet on the sides of the ball. Squeeze your inner ankles together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, send the ball up to the sky. Hands come behind the head. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower back is in the floor. You're going to squeeze the ankles, ribs slide towards the hips as you chest curl. Inhale, roll it down. Exhale, belly leads the movement. The head is just going along for the ride. The back of the neck is long. Inhale, come down. Elbows wide. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Trunk curl. Inhale, bring it down. We're doing 5 more. Last one. Keep it up there. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower to 45 degrees. Let go of the ball and catch it. Raise back up. Inhale, 45 degrees. Let go and catch it. Exhale, raise it up. Inhale, lower. Catch. Exhale up. Keep going. 5 more. Back of the neck stays long. You can always set the head down if you want to, or if you need to. Last one. And then bring that ball in towards you. Let the legs rest on the ball. Last little bit here, we're nearly done. You're going to squeeze that ball in towards your glutes, so engage your hamstrings. Take an inhale. Hands can be beside the body or out to the side. As you exhale, you're doing a little reverse curl, so think of knees to shoulders, lower back lifts. Inhale, tap the ball down. Exhale, engage the lower belly, knees to shoulders. Inhale, lower it down. 8 more. Last one, and we're going to hold it up. Take the hands behind the head. See if you can keep that reverse curl. As you exhale, chest curl. Inhale, tap everything down. This is our last exercise. Exhale, reverse curl, chest curl. Inhale, set it down. Exhale, make yourself a ball, elbows wide. Inhale, set it down. You've got 7 more. Last one. And set it down. Take the arms off to a capital T. Keep the legs as they are on the ball, and you're just going to rock from side to side. Engaging your obliques to bring that ball back to center. You can hold it on one side if that feels good in your body. Otherwise, you can keep it mobile. Bring it back to center. You're just going to send the legs long on the ball. Take your hand behind your left hamstring. Give it a little stretch. And take your hand behind your right hamstring. Give it a little stretch. And then you're going to let that ball come off to the side. You can absolutely finish on your back with your legs over the ball if you want to. Otherwise, you can come up into a cross-legged position. Maybe taking a forward fold, taking anything that feels good in your body. I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, as always. Today, as you go forward, may you be calm in your thoughts, kind in your words, and balanced within. Namaste.